Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I live in a little apartment. We're part of a little fourplex here, and our landlord is nice enough to let us have a garden. We've had them in the past. My husband had them, for our stepsons and stuff. But this is the first year that we've moved the placement, and I've taken the lead in the design and planning of it because my husband, works a lot. So I want to show you how we went from this to this. And this is just the beginning of it. I was going to do this piecemeal over the next year, but my husband was nice enough to work some extra days. Thank you. And we were able to put it in this year, a good start on it this year. So let's take care of part one, which is the leveling, which was probably the hardest part of this whole garden. A lot of these clips were taken by my phone. I was kind of a little too lazy to set up the camera. And I was still debating on whether to make a video series about making the garden here that we did. So a lot of the clips have my husband working in them. And while he did make this possible for me, I did a fair amount of this myself, just digging it out. The plan was to get a lot of this leveling and hard work done before the heat of the summer came. So this was mid-March when we started it. As it was still cold, my dogs were still cuddling with each other, and Anakin, he doesn't look too comfortable. I've seen a lot of crafting YouTubers like myself give their takes on JoAnn's closing in their area. The closest JoAnn's to me is a JoAnn Superstore, so it was one of the last to close. I actually worked at this location when they first opened it. Even some of the final sales back in mid-March, especially on yarn, weren't that good, actually. But obviously somebody thought they had decent sales. Disappointed, I walked out with any yarn, but their sales on fabric were decent, so I picked up some. It had been stormy down in town, and the next morning we woke up to this.
You're such a good... Oh, you funny boy. Funny boy. Funny boy. Yeah. The snow. The snow. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Mom, I love it out here when it snows. I should have brought your coat. Should have brought your coat. Put your coat on you, Annie. Goes, yeah, Mom, pick me up. I don't think I can make it all the way back to in the snow.
As we waited indoors, obviously, for the snow to melt, my dogs are, this is Anakin with a rice pack and a heating pad underneath him. And when the sun started coming out, he's still cuddling up to that heating pad and rice pack. But it's almost time to get back to work. So I had my husband record me because I, wanted documented proof that I helped with the leveling, because I was behind the camera most of the time. We were getting quite proud of all the work that we had done, all thus far with using only hand tools.
You moved me plenty.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Another storm was coming, and we decided to let the water show us where the valleys were and where things needed to be filled in more.
Vince, I'm snowed in.
It'll probably be gone in a couple hours.
Why is there static on the phone? It's just
Of course, my husband was just joking about calling in. The roads were still clear, even though there was still quite a bit of snow. It started melting off, and then it started snowing later again that same day. And I figured since I couldn't go outside and work on the garden, I decided to start a new crochet project. And I really like the way this stitch worked up. It's called the crow's foot stitch, and it is, I love the yarn. It's the yarn's called Tin Roof, and it's a fingering weight yarn from Knit Picks. I'll have links to it down below, or at least I'll try to, just in case you wanted to start your own project with this beautiful yarn.
So this is what I've done so far. Being careful not to film the building because I respect my neighbor's privacy. But this is what I've got. And so far I'm just doing this, digging out this. But I'd like to dig into that hill. It's
built Toyota Tough.
Without heavy equipment, like a steamroller or something, I spent a lot of time going back and forth over it in my truck. This might have been a little excessive on our part, but the last thing we wanted was to put down beds and then have gaps underneath the boards. And in the meantime, after I was done working in the garden, I'd crochet. I was making a vest. At this point, we were thinking that the leveling was pretty much done. We had leveled a 20 by 30 rectangle.
We live up in the mountains, and there's very little level ground here, and we were going to put in raised beds, so that has to be pretty level. Has to be, pretty much level. If you want to see the construction of the beds, stick around for, I think that's in the next episode, episode 2. So that's all I have for you today. This is Mountain June saying bye now. Oh, people will criticize your footwear. Okay, I'm trying to film in such a way that I don't get I'll have to crop your feet out. All right.